Our next guest is a courageous 10-year-old boy who recently beat all odds by surviving the removal of a cancerous brain tumor his family was told was inoperable. Today also happens to be his birthday. From Sterling, Virginia, please give a warm welcome to David and his parents, Tiffany and Brian. Hi, David.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
All right. Isn't it everything I told you it would be?
Yeah.
It's exciting, isn't it? It's television. All right, so tell me, first of all, thanks for being here on your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
10 years old. All right, Tiffany, so David, he was sick. Yeah. He all of a sudden, his jaw hurt and couldn't figure it out.
Hadn't a clue. We finally took him to the emergency room. The ER doctor did a once-over, looked in his throat, and was just amazed. The tumor was so enormous, the size of a grapefruit. It actually had gone from inside the area of the head, encased into his throat. He was surprised he could even breathe, could even talk.
It was in the throat.
In the throat. You could see it. So we were admitted that night to the pediatric oncology floor, and then 2 days later, they did a biopsy, and that's when we found out that he had cancer.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, my gosh. He was diagnosed May 3rd of 2003,
okay.
and he just had the surgery on the 2nd of February.
Wow, but an amazing surgery. So, okay,
yes.
So then he goes through chemo and
radiation.
Everything, which is not fun. No, not at all.
Not so much.
And you're just brave as can be the entire time. Didn't complain, didn't cry.
Nope.
All right, so you go through that, and then you're told after it shrinks to the size of an apricot?
Yeah, around there. Yeah, some kind of fruit.
Some kind of fruit. They always compare it to a fruit, don't they?
I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Maybe just because he's a fruitcake. Who knows?
All right.
So we were.
Don't let her get away with that. All right. So then they say after all that, it's inoperable.
Right. We were left with no hope, and that's not an answer.
No.
So I went on the internet and I typed in the type of tumor he has, which is a skull-based type of tumor. I typed it in, and that's when I found the Skull-Based Institute and Dr. Shahinian. And from there, I actually...
Who is here, right? Is Shahinian
in L.A.? Yeah,
yes.
He's in L.A. He works out of the Cedars-Sinai Towers. Contacted him, sent him all the paperwork, and he called me back and said, of course I can do this. Why couldn't I? And I said, well, can you do this without taking off my child's face?
Because that's what they were going to have to do, is take...
They were going to have to take David's face off like a hockey mask.
Right. You don't want that, really, if you can help it.
We didn't want it either. He was scheduled for that, though.
He was scheduled.
And the surgeon re-looked at the papers and said, well, you know, I'm not comfortable doing this. So, and we were happy that he was not comfortable doing that.
So, sent him all the stuff. He said, of course I can do it.
But during this time, you decided to name the tumor, right?
Yes.
What did you do?
I named it Frank because I was afraid of Frankenstein when I was littler, and it helped me conquer my fears.
All right. All right, so you name it Frank because it's a monster. It's Frankenstein, and you could put a face to it, and you decided to get rid of that monster. And then you decided to print bumper stickers up to raise money.
That was Dad. Decided to print them
Brian,
up.
you decided to
we decided,
kill Frank.
Well, that's basically the family motto. Frank must die. We want the tumor to die.
Right.
So David can live. So we create the bumper sticker, and then, of course, Tiffany put it on eBay, and that's where everything started happening with the press.
Well, here's the man you say saved your life, Dr. Shahinian. Come on out. Nice to meet you. Come sit down.
Thank you.
All right, now how in the world, Shahinian, sorry I pronounced it wrong before. All right, now how, and no one knew about this special way? You went in through the nose, is that what you did?
That's correct.
You don't have to take the face off. You all of a sudden, how does no one else know about this?
That's what we'd like to know, because when we were looking for options, nobody knew. Our doctors didn't know about this, and we had to turn them on to it. And they're like, whoa, this sounds pretty good. Let's talk to this man.
Wow. Yeah. And what made you decide to do this for free?
Well, I have to confess, when Tiffany called me the first time, I knew nothing about bumper stickers. I knew nothing about David's plight. And then about a week later, I got a 3-page email by somebody at NBC. And after reading that email and seeing what this young man has been through and the courage that he has displayed throughout, I called Tiffany back. I said, I know you're very proud. You're a very proud woman. But if you can put your pride aside and let me do this, because this is what I do, and I'd like to offer my services, and that's how we did it.
Good for you. Good for you. And what's amazing too is he gave you something that do you still have it with you? What he gave you?
I do. I have. I think it was 2 or 3 days after his surgery, David gave me something very special that I carry with me, and I like to say now that it's a special pebble. It's a two-way courage pebble. So the person who gives it, I thought he was giving it to me because he displayed a lot of courage. And then he told me that he gave it to me because he thought I had a lot of courage. So it's a two-way courage pebble.
How come you're so special? How come?
I don't know.
You're pretty amazing.
Come on, give
All
Dad
right.
the credit.
We have to go to commercial. When we come back, we have a surprise for you, and I promise you, you will. When I talk about freaking, you're freak, and I'm not even kidding. This may be the biggest freak of your freak you'll ever freak out. We'll be right back with the biggest freak you'll ever see. All right, we're back, and Dr. Shahanian, is David cancer-free right now, as far as you can tell?
As far as we can tell, Frank is gone, but officially to be cancer-free, you have to have 5 years, so we're going to be following David very closely.
That's all right. The family still says Frank is dead.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think so, too. All right. Because you're an extraordinary young man, I don't understand what you love about this, but you do, and it's your 10th birthday, and so we have a few surprises for you. First of all, Sidestep.com, the traveler's search engine, is giving you 3 round-trip airline tickets and a 4-night hotel stay so you and your family can go to Cedar Point Amusement Park in Ohio. Cedar Point is the roller coaster capital of the world. They have 16 roller coasters, including the top Thrill Dragster, which is the tallest and fastest in the world. Wow. Sidestep.com is also giving you... They're also giving you 3 sets of round-trip airfares so you can come visit for the next, to see Dr. Shahanian, because you made a promise that you have to come visit him every year. So you're going to do that. Wow. And also, who's your favorite band?
Kiss.
Really? Look.
We've got some surprises for you.
David.
David, look, gee.
Look at this, David.
Look at this. Here's a guitar signed by the whole band. It's an official Silvertone Kiss guitar. Just for you.
All right. And there's a birthday cake, but wait, I have to explain to everybody. These guys flew themselves in when they heard this story. They didn't ask for anything. They said they came from all over the place to come in for this. So
this is so important to us.
Yeah.
This is a way for us to be a part of a miracle.
Yeah.
You know, people talk about we're past the age of miracles, but you know, here's proof David is a living miracle, and we can all be a part of it. And we're honored to be here with you on your birthday.